coming to you once again, live from Rich Souls Films Incorporated. In this following video, I just wanted to talk to everyone for a few minutes in this Bible study video about the Ten Commandments. So I'm gonna go over this for a little bit. The following scriptures that I will be reading, it will be coming from the New International Version. And as I said many times before, please read and study these scriptures for yourself. And I'm going to start out by going to Exodus chapter 20. And that's Exodus chapter 20 and verse 1. And it says this: "And God spoke all these words." Now, in this verse here, it basically discusses the purpose of the Ten Commandments. And the commandments were designed to lead Israel to a life of practical holiness. And then people could see the nature of God and his plan for how they should live. The commands and guidelines were intended to direct the community to meet each individual in a loving and responsible manner. By Jesus' time, however, most people looked at the law the wrong way. They saw it as a means to prosperity in both in this world and the next. And they thought that to obey every law was the way to earn God protection from foreign invasion and the natural disaster. Law keeping became an end in itself, but not the means to fulfill God's ultimate law of love. The next outline that I'm going to be going over is the significance of the first one, and this is also going to be coming from Exodus chapter 20 verses 1 through 6. Starting at verse 1, it says this: "And God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven, above, or on the earth, beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children of sin of the fathers to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments." Now, in this outline here, this is the second outline. When God told his people to believe, when God told his people to worship and believe in him, that wasn't too hard for them. And it wasn't. He was just one more God to add to the list. But when he said, "You should have no other gods before me," that was too difficult for the people to accept. But if they didn't learn that the God who led them out of Egypt was the only true God, they could not be his people, no matter how faithfully they kept the 9 other commandments. We allow too many things to be our God: money, fame, work, or pleasures of this world. When we focus too much on them, they become gods to us, and that is wrong. Letting God hold the central place in our lives keep these things from turning into gods. And in the third outline, I wanted to go over why we should still obey them. And this outline is going to be coming from Galatians chapter 2, verses 15 and 16. And that is Galatians chapter 2, verses 15 and 16. Starting at verse 15, it says this: We who are Jews by birth and not Gentile sinners, 16, know that a man is not justified by observing the law, but by faith in Jesus Christ. We too have put our faith in Christ Jesus, that we may be justified by faith in Christ, and not by observing the law, because by observing the law, no one will be justified. Now, in these two verses here, why should we still obey the 10 Commandments and the other Old Testament laws? Paul was not saying that the law is bad, because in another letter he wrote, the law is holy. Instead, he is saying that the law can never make us acceptable to God. The law still has an important role to play in the life of a follower of Jesus. The law guards us from sin by giving us standards for behavior, convicts us of sin, leaving us the opportunity to ask for God's forgiveness, and drives us to trust in sufficiency of Christ, because we can never keep the 10 Commandments perfectly. The law cannot possibly save us. But after we have become followers of Jesus, it guides us to live as God requires. And this is the following Bible study video that I wanted to share with everyone this evening. And I just hope and pray that this video has been a blessing to everyone watching. And coming to you once again live from Reach Souls Films Incorporated. I love you all, and may Jesus bless you.